Hello, in today's video I want to talk about the Terraform condition and lookups. So what is the condition? Condition is the similar as in any programming languages, but in Terraform they are a bit simpler. So in Terraform I can use condition to choose one of the options. For example, I have the instance type which is right now T3 micro. And I'm going to create like production and dev environment. And for production, of course, I want to be instance size to be bigger. So I can build the condition. So if environment is production, I can use one instance type, and if environment is not production, I can use another. So how to do it? So first I would need to define the variable which will have the name environment, and as default value I would put here the dev. So I can also add the description, but I'm not going to do it right now. So now I can build the condition. So here I have T3 micro. I can specify. So I have my environment variable, and if it's equal to the production, I need to use m5 dot large instance type. But if it's not production, I'm going to use T3 micro. Okay, and now I can run Terraform. Right now my value is environment value is the dev, so T3 micro should be used. Let's run Terraform plan, and let's see that instance size is T3 micro. But I can specify environment to be equal to the production and this type, and this time M5 large should be in use. Let's check, and if it's M5 large. So another way how to use the conditions is to define if resource need to be created or not. So I'm going to delete this condition, and I would put here M5 large, because I want this resource to be created only on production. So if I'm deploying the development environment, I don't want this resource to be exist at all. So what I can do, I can specify here count. Count is attribute is available on any Terraform resource, and I can build the condition here. It will be similar to the previous one. So I have var environment equal to the production, and if it's true I will specify here 1, and in other case it will be 0. So let's try to run now. So at first I would run it as Terraform plan, and in this case, okay, there is another problem which we talk about in few minutes. So as for now I would just comment outputs, and I'm going to run Terraform plan. And this time it said that there is nothing to be created. But let me change the environment to the production. And this time instance should be created. And it should has M5 large. So now let's back to the output. So why did I get this error? Let me run the code one more time when I have uncommented this line. So the difference when we use the count, how to reference the object. So now it say that you are using the count and you need to address specific instance. This is because when you're using the count, you can have like one instance, 2, 3, 4, and many. And you need directly to specify from which exactly instance you want to get this private IP address. And in this case, this will be list which contain information about all the instances. And because I'm creating just one instance, I would use index 0, because lists in Terraform and in the programming languages always indexes start with the 0. So now when I added the 0 and I start Terraform, there is no error and instance IP address will be printed. Sometimes there is the cases when, as in this example, with condition when I have like if environment production one instance, and in all other cases that will be like second type of the instances. But what if we have multiple environments such as dev, staging, production, tests, and we want for all of these environments to be different type of the instances? So this can be achieved by using the lookups. So first I need to build variable, which I will call the instance types. This variable will be type of map, and map, and inside of the map I'm going to use the strings, and now I can add the default value. So as you may see, it's already initialized the map for me. And what I need to do here, I need to define the mapping between environment and type of the instance. So for example, if this is the production, I want to use M5X large. If staging, this will be M5 large. In case of test, I would use T3 large, and if it's the dev, I'm going to use the smallest. This will be T3 micro. So now how can I use it? So I would go to my instance, and I'm going to completely replace this line. So, and I would use lookup function. This is the Terraform function, which accepts three parameters. First parameter is the map itself, so I need to specify instance types. Another one is the key which we want to find, and I'm going to use environment variable because based on the environment I need to find the instance type. And final parameter, this is the default value, so I'm going to specify it. Default parameter used in case when no keys found in the mapping. So now I can try to run Terraform. So first let me run with the when environment is production. And this time it should automatically do lookup, but I'm no longer using the count, so I need in the outputs, I need to delete this index again. And now I can run Terraform plan where environment is production, and it should detect that M5X large is going to be created. Same I can do, for example, when I do the test. This time it should be C3 large. And when I'm specifying something non-existing, like UI, it should do lookup, but it won't be able to find the UI key in our mapping, and that's why I use T3 micro, which is the default type. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for your attention.